You know that moment when you feel like something is wrong, but you can't explain what. You give yourself, you insist, you hold on, but in the end, you feel like you're alone. The question is hard, but necessary. Are you being loved? Or are you just being useful? Let me tell you José's story, a man like many, maybe like you. He was over 50. He carried a lifetime of work, experiences, scars, and even with so much baggage, he lived in a relationship where he always seemed to give too much and receive too little. José did everything to please. He was always there, present, faithful, caring. But he felt a hole in his chest, a silence, an emptiness. Until one random night, after a day full of attempts and frustrations, he thought, does she really love me? Or am I only useful when she needs me? And that's when something changed. He woke up. He discovered that he was being functional. But he was never emotionally chosen. He was useful, but he was not loved. And that, my brother, hurts. It hurts because we start to ask ourselves, how long will I live like this? Do you feel like you are a priority in the lives of those you are with, or do you only appear when it is convenient? If you are feeling this way, you are not alone. I want to help you not make the same mistakes and have healthier and more sincere relationships. So if you haven't signed up yet, take advantage now to be part of this journey. Here, we support each other and learn together. Subscribe and activate notifications so you don't miss the next videos that can change your life. First, the silence that hurts the most. It was late at night. José was there, sitting on the edge of the bed. The room was kind of dark, only lit by the dim light of the TV, the image changed, but he didn't even know what was on. He couldn't hear. He couldn't pay attention. It was just background noise trying to drown out what was screaming inside. The cell phone was next to him, turned up with the screen up, waiting for it to light up, waiting for it to vibrate. But nothing. No messages. No calls, no signal. José looked at it from time to time, pretending to be distracted, but deep down it was a ritual of hope, like someone waiting for a miracle that never comes. He sighed deeply and said to himself, she must be busy. She must have gone to bed early. She forgot her cell phone on silent. But those excuses no longer held up, because he knew. He knew that when we want something, we show up. When we feel something, we show it. And he remembered the times he had done everything for her. He had stopped going out with his friends, run after work, stayed up all night worrying about her. He was always there, present, whole. But now, in the silence of that night, he realized that his presence had never had the same weight. And then, like a whisper coming from far away, he remembered a friend's phrase, José, if she really loved you, she would have done things differently by now. That hit him hard, not as anger, but as a deep regret. Like a wound he tried to hide, but that bled every time his cell phone didn't ring. The truth was painful, but clear. Sometimes, what hurts the most is not the person's absence. It's realizing that they don't even feel his. José didn't want to admit it, but at that moment, he understood. He was there, missing someone who had stopped missing him a long time ago. Do you miss someone? Or do you feel even more the pain of realizing that this person doesn't miss you? Second, the illusion of she's just confused. José was always a patient guy. He believed in time, in phases, in the excuses he told himself. He wanted to understand, and understanding too much sometimes puts us in dangerous places. When she disappeared for 2 days, he took a deep breath and thought, she must be swamped with work. When she didn't respond to his messages, he said to himself, oh, she must have left her phone on silent, or she's exhausted. When she cancelled a meeting at the last minute with a dry message, he defended himself. She must be going through a difficult time. I need to be understanding. And so, day after day, José built a wall of justifications, an illusion that she was just confused. He told his friends with conviction, she just needs time, she's trying to find herself, I understand. But what José didn't want to see is that she wasn't lost. She knew exactly what she wanted. It just wasn't him. Because she had time to go out with her friends. She was there to post smiling stories on Instagram. She was available to comment. On videos, laugh out loud with others, talk to new people. She was available, but for him, always the later, always the not today, always the maybe on the weekend. Deep down, José didn't love the woman in front of him. He clung to the idea of the woman she could be, and ignored the reality of who she showed herself to be every day. And therein lies one of the cruelest triggers, my friend. The woman who really wants you doesn't leave you in the background. She doesn't push you to the back of the line. Those who want you show it. Those who love you care for you. Those who feel you show it. José was blind, but not for lack of signs. He was blind because he chose to believe in the excuse and not in the behavior. How many times have you defended someone who never made a point of choosing you? Third, the confrontation with reality. It was a cloudy Saturday afternoon, with that smell of rain in the air, that José received a call. It was an old friend, the kind who doesn't talk much, but when they do, they hit the nail on the head. Shall we have a coffee at our usual bar? Without thinking much, José agreed. He needed to get out of the house, breathe some fresh air, hear another voice that wasn't the one of his own. Doubt. When he got there, there was a corner table, 2 simple coffees, toasted bread, and that silence of someone who knows the other person's pain without having to ask. The friend looked him in the eye, straight, firm, and said, "José, enough. You're accepting crumbs." José tried to smile, tried to make a joke to lighten the mood, but there was no way. The weight of those words fell hard, like a brick on his chest. That's not love, man. It's punishment. True love doesn't require unilateral effort. Love that we have to beg for isn't love. He remained silent. He swallowed the lukewarm coffee with difficulty. It was as if at that moment someone had finally erased the illusion and turned on the light of reality. The friend continued. Do you think she doesn't know that you're always waiting, offering yourself, giving yourself? Of course she does. But do you know what's worse? She knows, and yet she doesn't care. That was the final blow. José felt as if everything he had held on to until then, all hope, all effort, all justification, had run out onto the floor of that bar. He realized that he was trying to love alone, carrying a relationship on his back while the other side didn't even reach out. That love is a construction of 2, not a monologue made of empty attempts. And then came the phrase that sounded like an internal alarm clock. If she truly loved you, she would choose you. No excuses, no disappearances, no silence. It was in this conversation, simple and raw without beating around the bush, that José began to truly wake up. He began to see that perhaps what hurt the most was not her absence. It was the abandonment that came even when she was present. Have you been fooling yourself with a relationship that only exists when you force it? Or have you had the courage to see the truth as it is? Fourth, true love is action, not excuses. After that conversation, José didn't make a fuss. He didn't fight. He didn't demand anything. He just observed. And when we stop justifying the unjustifiable, the truth comes out with force. She only showed up when she wanted something. She paid attention when she noticed he was pulling away. But when he needed an "I'm here" silence, that's when he understood. Love that hides behind excuses isn't love. It's selfishness in disguise. A woman who loves doesn't beat around the bush. She acts, she shows, she welcomes, she cares. Those who love bring peace, not anxiety. Is what you receive real love? Or is it interest disguised as affection? Fifth, the turning point. Loving yourself first. On a cold night, José looked at himself in the mirror, his sunken eyes, his tired face, and a question in his soul. What am I doing with myself? He, a good, faithful, loyal, generous man, begging for crumbs of attention. And then came the thought that turned everything around. If I keep putting myself last, no one will put me first. That was the turning point. He stopped chasing, he stopped begging, he stopped insisting, and do you know what happened? He slept peacefully. He started fishing, he met his friends again. He smiled for real and he understood. The greatest proof of love is loving yourself first. Are you choosing yourself every day? Or are you forgetting yourself trying to please someone else? Sixth, final reflection for you today. José is not angry. He does not wish harm. He simply woke up. He realized that he wasted time trying to convince someone to stay when the one who needed to stay by his side the most was himself. And now let me talk to you. Are you the José of before or the one of now? Do you feel peace in this relationship, or do you keep wondering if you will be left behind? Look, those who love, care. Those who want, show it. Those who value one do not disappear. You have lived too long to accept halves. If you are going to love, let it be whole. If you are going to stay, let it be with presence. If it is not like that, have the courage to choose yourself, to stand up, to love yourself. Because in the end, my brother, the best choice of your life can and should be yourself. Are you waiting for someone to love you, or are you finally going to start loving yourself for real? If this video spoke to you, like it, comment below what you thought, and share it with a friend who also needs to wake up. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe to the channel now, because here we tell the truths that few have the courage to say. See you in the next video. Stay strong.